So I want to do something right now with you, right now, that's going to change everything in your life if you just do this in the next 2 minutes. Number one, I want you to imagine, if you have a piece of paper, use that. I want you to imagine that you won the lottery, all the taxes were taken out, and $300 million was deposited in your bank account. You don't owe any taxes on it. You have $300 million in cash in your bank account. What would you do? Think about it or write it down. Would you quit your job? Would you buy a new house? Would you buy a boat? Would you buy a different car or cars? What kind? What color? What model? Would you travel? Where would you travel to? Would you take a cruise around the world? Would you travel around the world? Would you pay off all of your debt? Would you become instantly debt-free? Just every debt you have, just pay it off. What would you do? Would you get a new wardrobe? Would you hire a personal trainer and say, I'm going to get my body in shape now? Would you work on your health and saying, all these health spas that Kevin talked about that cost all this money, I'm going to go to them and really work on all my health? What would you do? What would you buy? Would you buy jewelry? Would you buy Rolex watches? Would you buy diamond rings? Would you buy earrings? Would you buy necklaces? Maybe you don't like that. What would you do? Would you set up trust funds for your kids for college? What would you do? And somebody says, well, you know, I'm not going to dream like that because I don't have the money. When I get the money, that's when I'll think about it. That's loser mentality. There's not one person who makes huge money who thinks like that. Not one. They dream big when they're broke. Whether you're John D. Rockefeller, Elon Musk, Ross Perot, Donald Trump, you name the person. Stephen Jobs with Apple, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, any billionaire you can think of, anybody who's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. They don't think like that. They dream when they're broke. Because here's how it works. These are your dreams. And you start putting all these dreams in this circle, and they fill this circle. But here's your income. And what most people do is when you start dreaming, you notice that the dream circle is bigger than your income. So what you start doing is you start shrinking your